Let's talk about a cult classic. That's right, Highschool DXD, arguably one of the greatest stories in anime history. I mean, the plot is just top tier. Like, you can't make this stuff up. It's not like the author thought, how about I take a cast of high school girls, over-sexualize them, and mask it all with filler and intense battles. No. What's really going on here is a story about the raging battle between heaven and hell, featuring angels, dragons, demons, and chess, because the entire plot wasn't already a massive game of four-dimensional fucking chess to begin with. Moving on, in order to truly understand what sets this masterpiece apart from other shows, we need to first analyze the main character, Issei. He's your typical anime protagonist until he sees a woman, then he reveals his true colors. At first, he's just horny and socially awkward, but what sets him apart from the rest of us social degenerates is that he looks cool, has great hair, and when he breathes, it releases some kind of pheromone that attracts females. However, if this hasn't convinced you yet, then the music itself is actually pretty good, and the fights are so realistic that even the characters' clothing take damage. Although noticeably this affects the female characters a lot more than the males, however I'm almost 100% sure that this is purely coincidental. In these brutal battles, Issei actually has to give it everything he's got to overpower his opponents, or he could just touch Rias Gremory's breasts and receive an instant power-up.
What do you need, Issei? I'll do anything in my power to assist you.
In that case, let me poke your titties.
If that wasn't enough plot for you already, the author decided to insert a blonde nun into the mix, which is all I will say about that character, so I do apologize to all the Izai fans out there in advance. They say every day we stray further from God, but in this anime, God is dead. No, literally, in this story the author decided to kill off God as probably some sort of plot device to justify all the other wacky shit that takes place. Another diamond in the rough can be found at the end of Season 1, when Issei crashes the engagement party after receiving a massive power-up. I won't go too much into this one, but I will say it's my favorite arc from Season 1. Basically, Issei has a rematch against some sort of blonde-haired antagonist who's supposed to be unbeatable and has already kicked Issei's ass once. But, by the miracle of plot armor, he receives a power-up this time in the form of a badass set of armor that looks more like a mech suit than an actual set of armor. Ultimately, our hero emerges victorious, but only because he cheated using a cross and some holy water, but I guess in this story, the end justifies the means. Our hero then rides off into the moonlight atop a griffin with a hot babe on his lap. If this doesn't scream AAA plot to you, then you need to wake the fuck up and grow some better eyes. Another prominent feature of this anime is that it is in fact a harem. However, unlike most harems with just the standard 3 to 5 girls, this one features a wide variety of female characters for varying degenerate tastes. Whether you're into furry shit, big breasts, blonde nuns, or maybe you're just a masochist, this anime has a female character for you. Of course, even though I'm mentioning female characters in harems, I know that like me, you are a human being of culture, and that these things are not what brought you to watch this anime. You instead pay close to each heartfelt relationship and how Akeno is best girl.
Dude, I have a total chub.
Moving away from harems, it's time to talk about world building. This anime does an incredible job in this aspect, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. From high school hallways to the outer void, this anime wastes no time in weaving a vast world that truly feels infinite. I mean, it almost appears as though the author couldn't make up his mind and decided to not only throw devils and angels into the mix, but also the Norse gods and members from various mythologies. Also, because the plot is just that good and the gods favor us, they decided to throw in a hot Valkyrie teacher lady for those of us with truly refined tastes. In all seriousness, I do enjoy this aspect as it allows the author to weave many more side arcs and leads to more overpowered fight scenes and ultimately more waifus being continuously added to the roster. In terms of the quality of the anime, I must say that this one is, in my opinion, top tier. While I wouldn't say it's the best quality I've ever seen, it's still very solid, with the lighting and bright colors creating a true feast for the eyes.
Oh my, what the hell just happened?
In terms of the animation, it's actually not bad, and as I've said before, I genuinely find the fight scenes entertaining. The characters are also well drawn in my opinion, and I must admit certain features are rather captivating and keep my eyes very engaged. Another solid feature in my opinion is the voice acting.
Rather be killed by a hot chick than a dude. Not cool. Man, this this blows.
I am not ashamed to say that in this one I did in fact watch the dub, and I am willing to defend myself in anime high court by presenting the argument that this anime is meant to be watched with your full attention. Therefore, I didn't have time to read subtitles, especially while staring at the well-drawn fight scenes. Anyways, I must give more props to the English voice actors for their superb performance, because I myself am not sure I could retain a straight face for almost any of the lines. I think each character is voiced exceptionally well. If I were to be cast as a voice actor in this one, I would probably voice Kiba, because he seems to have fewer lines, of which his appear to be the easiest to say with a straight face, which would mean more time to watch the fight scenes. In summary, these are just a few reasons why you should be watching Highschool DXD for the plot, and just enjoying the other features as an added bonus. This next statement I will actually say without any sarcasm. I genuinely do enjoy the plot of Highschool DXD. It's not as good as many of the others I've seen, and well, in reality I didn't start watching this for the plot. I was pleasantly surprised by just how much it did entertain me. I hope this video will encourage a few more of you to become truly cultured individuals, and if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing for more content soon to come.